We're happy to announce we have officially integrated printed edges inside of Lacuna. If you're unfamiliar with what PrintedEdges does, they have created a cost-effective way of adding designs to the outer edges of your book. You can learn more about what they do on their website at PrintedEdges.com. They have a really cool 3D preview system so you can see what the design will look like on your book before you purchase. They've also been kind enough to offer all Lacuna users 20% off, so when you're inside of the panel in the application, you'll see a link there, and that will guarantee that you get the discount. To begin using your Printed Edges template, you'll find a Printed Edges section under the Print Settings dropdown. Here you will find an Import Template button as well as the 20% discount link. Once you've imported your Printed Edges template into Lacuna, there are a couple things that are important to understand. I intentionally used a template from Printed Edges that has less pages in the template than the book that I'm working on. And the reason for that is I want to show you this option, repeat the last spread. Printed Edges allows you to generate as many templates as you need, but if you, for whatever reason, add 1 or 2 pages to the book after you generate the template, you can use this option to repeat the last pages. And they let us know that up to around 10 pages is okay to use this feature, and you should not see any distortion in the image. The other feature that we added is skip pages. Printed Edges also gives you the functionality to skip pages on their end, but we figured it would be good to add inside of Lacuna as well to save you a couple round trips. You can skip individual pages or ranges. And just so you know, this is the actual page numbers of the PDF file. Beneath that, you'll find placement. It's default to foreground, and there's an option to do background. So if you, for whatever reason, see that your text is not showing up after you added your template, you can switch the placement to background, and it'll make sure that it renders behind all other content in the book. And when you're finished with everything and you export your final PDF, Printed Edges has a PDF validator, and they suggest you use that to make sure that everything is working and everything looks good. A lot of new users ask us how to take their styles and settings from one book and move them into another. The functionality's always been inside of the application, and we're not changing any of the old behavior, but a couple of users have suggested using the new style feature and functionality to allow you to create your own styles that work the same way. So now under new style, you'll see a new tab called My Styles. The way that we set this up is you can now create a styles folder on your computer, and Lacuna will automatically detect any styles that you put in that folder. The benefit of setting it up this way is if you are a multi-licensed user, you can use something like Dropbox and set the styles folder there. So it doesn't matter what PC you're working on, you'll always see the same styles. We've given you 3 different ways to populate new styles. You can create styles from the current book that you're working on. You can create a style from a previous project, or you can import styles that you've previously exported. The cool thing with these styles, they work similar to the current behavior where you do not have to transfer over everything from a previous book. You can pick and choose using the dialog that we've given you. We've allowed you to bring over your project settings, your print settings, and all of your default styles. You can also include any non-default presets. Once you've created a style, we also gave you the functionality to update an existing style. So if you only wanted to make changes to your drop cap, you could take a new project, apply the style, make the changes to the drop cap, and then when you go to update it, you'll only update the drop cap and nothing else will get overwritten. Everything else works exactly the same as pre-made styles, so you'll see a small preview, and all you have to do is click it once and you can see your book transform, and if you're happy with it, hit apply style to book and you're ready to go. We added a new option to the print settings dropdown for the preview window, where you can now see your book in grayscale mode. This one is fairly straightforward. One thing to know is we will not add grayscale to your printed edges when you're in this view mode, and it's only for the print previewer. It will not affect anything in your final product.